Keep swimming, 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 swimming. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, 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 swimming. Just keep swimming, everybody. What's going on, you guys? Bada boom, bada bing. Realest guy in the room. How you doing? It's your boy, one half a deuce with attitude, Pepsi, or also known as Pepto-Bismol, coming at you with a new review for another movie. And this one's cool because this is the first one that was requested from us, from a subscriber. It is the movie The Meg. As soon as it got requested, we went out and bought it. It came out this year, has a lot of good actors in it. And while we review this, we will hopefully get to look at a Megalodon or whatever, because in case you didn't know, Meg is short for Megalodon. So yeah. Let's see. So first off, I will talk about the actors. I was really surprised. There were a lot of different actors in this. You had Jason Statham, who is usually an action hero type of deal. In this one, he's more of a survival hero type of deal and everything. He does his part well. It's not really overdone. He's not the main, but he's definitely one of the top 3 main characters. And he does his job really well. Another good actor, and there's quite a few good actors, but another one that stood out to me is one of the guys was from Fear the Walking Dead. And he had a small part, but it was funny. And then there was another guy who is also one of the actors from the TV show that's on Netflix called The Office. So he did good. It was a funny, good, real strong movie. And the scenes, you know, some people compared this to Jaws. I don't really compare it because one, I haven't really seen Jaws, and 2, they came out at 2 different times. But my roommate who watched it with me says he likes Jaws better because of the time period that it was in, but he still had his own thoughts about this movie. So when we went into it and we looked at the visuals, not comparing it to Jaws, just the visuals, the graphics, all that, which we all know from movies like Sharknado and stuff, that sometimes with shark movies, they're not always up to the best standards. Sometimes they look really hokey and they're B-movie quality. And that really, you know, takes away from the movie. This movie, no. This one had a lot of good graphics, a lot of good scenes in general, and it was just, you didn't get drawn out of the story once and say, oh, that doesn't look real, or oh, that's stupid, because the graphics were just awesome. I mean, it was everything you would want. And there was a lot more than just one scene, and it wasn't just a full suspense film. Now don't get me wrong, there was suspense, but that wasn't what it was completely all about. So, while rating... Who's down there? Oh, Sheldon. What's up, Sheldon? I'm trying to find a Megalodon for y'all. While basically rating this, my roommate gave it an 8. I had to give it a 9. I thought, like I said, I thought the visuals were great, and I don't think it could have been better at all. I mean, everything was really just... I would give it a 10, but there's always room for improvement. What the heck is that? What is that? Oh, hello. Hello. Uh-oh. That's not good. Whoa, what was that? That was weird. So visuals for me, were a 9. For him, it was an 8. Now, humor-wise, humor is not a big, huge deal in movies, but it does help to have a little bit of that because it makes it more realistic. In real life, there's a lot of humor. And sometimes you can take the most serious movies, like take Marvel, and add humor, and it works really well. Not to everybody. Me, I think the Marvel movies are great. The stories are great, and the humor is great, and it's not too well out there, you know. Why can't I find a Megalodon? I'm trying so hard to find y'all a Megalodon. It's like it doesn't want to show up today. So, with humor, there's a lot of funny parts. It wasn't forced at all, which is a big problem with movies, is sometimes they'll either force it or it'll be too dry. Now, every now and again you're going to get a dry usually with a movie, so it's not a big deal. But sometimes they force it so much and have so much of it in it to where it's either dry, just all of them are dry, or completely, you know, overdone. Me and my roommate both agreed that the humor was at a 6. And while I'm talking to you about this with the ratings between 1 and 10, basically 1 is being horrible, 3 is being okay, 5 is being good, great is being 7 and 8, and unbelievable is spot on like 10. And fantastic is like 9. So this was a 6. So this was a little bit better than good. There was a lot of parts that just, you know, it made me do more than smile. It made me laugh quite a bit. It wasn't forced. It was just, it was really good. And it wasn't all just Jason Statham, if you're thinking that he's the one that did it all. No, he did do some, don't get me wrong. Oh, there it is. There's a Megalodon. Right there. Hey, big boy. I think that's a Megalodon. Also, while we're on the subject of Megalodon, which is basically the whole subject, this Megalodon is not in a scene as big as it does on the front of the picture. So if you go buy the movie after this review, which I highly, highly push you to do, don't stop watching because Megalodon is not as big as what's on the cover of the thing, because he looks huge. Just wait. All I'm going to say is things progress and it doesn't go the way you think. Trust me. You're going to... It's unbelievable. So now, story-wise, the story was really good. It kept progressing. It kept rolling. And my roommate gave it an 8. I gave it a 7 because at the time, there were a few times, like twice, where for like 5 minutes, there was no progression. There was like no moving on. Like I was like, okay, well, what's next? What's gonna happen now? The second half of the movie didn't have that at all. The first half kind of did, and you know that's fine. And the beginning also had something. It showed something. It showed a scene, which I'm not gonna go into spoilers, but it did show a scene and go completely from that to something else. Which, if you've watched the movie, sometimes that's what... Oh, hi.
What's up, bro?
What's up? We are reviewing the Megalodon. And, so, basically, you know, like, I completely forgot what I was saying. I was, the story. So, he rated it an 8. I rated it a 7. Because it was pretty great. But I'm not going to rate it an 8, which is, you know, really great, because... It could have been more, but it was good. It's definitely a good standalone movie. It's not horror at all, in my opinion. There might be once or twice for people that, you know, jump a lot. They will jump. But it's more of a suspensive, little bit of a thriller type of deal. So, just be ready for that. Action-wise, and I'm not talking just fighting and attacks and the Megalodon, you know, killing things. I'm talking like overall action sequences, you know, stuff progressing and whatnot. There's the little Megalodon. How are you, my little boy? Hi. Who's a pretty little shark? Hello, Brucey. Hello, Brucey. Hey, Bruce. Bruce, we talked about this. Bruce, you can't do that. Fish are friends, not food, and so is Pepsi. Pepsi is a drink. He's not food, though. Back off. So, we found a megalodon. That's awesome. That is not the size of the one in the movie at all. The one in the movie is far bigger. That right there looked like a shark. So, anyway, action, we both rated it a 9. 9 all the way across. And the ending, he rated a 9 because I didn't know how they were going to go with the ending. And they did it pretty well. I had to give it 10. It was a perfect ending. There was no cliffhanger. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that. They could make a second one, I guess, if they wanted. But if they don't, this is a great movie to watch every now and again if you just want to watch an action. You know, so the ending is actually going to be the first time I'm going to rate something a 10. 10 all the way. Not because it's unbelievable, but it was just really just awesome. They did everything the right way. And last is our overall rating, which he gave it a 9. I gave it an 8. It's really great. It's not the best, you know, but it's great. It really was great. And it's something that I'd watch 1 to 2 times a year if, you know, I was someone that watched movies all the time and stuff like that. But, you know, I don't know. I haven't watched Jaws. And a lot of people were wanting me to compare this to Jaws. And the person who requested this just asked me to review it, so I'm not going to really compare it to Jaws. But I do plan on watching Jaws and doing a comparison maybe sometime later next year. And really hoping that Jaws is really good too. I know the effects, different timing, will be completely different. But this, you know, the effects and everything in this were just outstanding. And I'm really glad that we got our first request to review something. That's why I went out of my way. We got the movie. We watched it completely nonstop and made sure we could, you know, I was writing down, taking notes. You know, that way I could give this person the full just. So shout out to you. Thank you for the request. And if you have any more stuff, feel free. But that is not the end of our reviews, because we've got a lot of other reviews coming up. We're doing a review on 2 things that are on Netflix currently. One is called Mute. I'm not going to go into details of what it's about. It looks futuristic and it looks very interesting. It's on Netflix. We should be reviewing that in a week or so. And then another movie we will be reviewing tonight, which I have recently just saw, called The Christmas Chronicles. And it's got Kurt Russell, and that's about the only actor that I can really recognize. No one really new or anything like that. But I gotta say, the movie was really, really good. And I don't know. I don't want to go too much into it. I want y'all to watch the review. It wasn't perfect, but it still was pretty good. Why are you over here? There's a megalodon right there, big boy. You're going to become food. You're going to become food. Well, I guess it wants to die. Ooh, what is that? Oh, that's just a fish.
I like the game you're playing. What is it?
This is Ark Survivor Evolved. This is the only thing I could really pick for the Meg. We're also going to be reviewing a thing called, what is it called? How come I can't? It's called Alpha, I think. We'll be reviewing that sometime in the next week. And when we do, we're going to be playing this because it's a prehistoric thing like 1000 BC. So anyway, Christmas Chronicles we will be reviewing tonight. So stay tuned for that. Or maybe even just in a few hours. It just all depends. Along with, hopefully, another episode of Red Dead. And then, as well as tomorrow, we should come out with another Lego episode. And something else. And then Sunday, some Destiny. So, we've got a lot of content coming your way. And I wanted to address, real quick, the just cuz thing that's probably on everyone's mind. I said there was a 99% chance. And I was really hopeful about it. But due to complications, that is being dropped to a 50-50 chance of it being on the channel. I don't want to lie to you guys, and I'll probably address this again in Red Dead, That way all our viewers can see, just in case they don't watch this review. There is a 50-50 chance. It might be here, it might not. I'm going to go out of my way to try to make sure it's on the channel. But if it's not, I do apologize. And, you know, I'll just do my best to get it on the channel. That's all I can really say. And if it's here, awesome. If it's not, I just hope we don't lose any, you know. I told y'all we'd have it. I'm going to go out of my way to do it. I'll just leave it at that. So anyway, to wrap things up with the Meg, definitely worth it. It would have been really cool to go see it in the movies. What the heck? Okay. Anyway, like I was saying, it would be really cool to go see it in the movies. I kind of wish I would have. It would have been really cool to see on the big screen. So, anyway, this review is gonna kind of be short, and that's because I didn't go into depth about the scenes like I did with Suicide Squad, and that's because I don't really want to spoil anything for you. But there's a lot of, there's some gruesome deaths in this. I'll leave it at that. On the, I guess, gory side. But this is a good movie. For anyone that likes the sea, or that likes sharks, go watch The Meg. And if you don't, and you just like action and suspense, go buy The Meg and watch it. It is worth it. Rent it, whatever you gotta do. Jason Statham does it again with another incredible movie. And I don't even watch all his movies, but I was skeptical about this because I was like, he's an action guy. But, you know, I'm going to give it a chance. I'm going to see what he does in this. And he did really good. He does good in Fast and Furious. He does good in other stuff. And he did really good in this. So, highly recommended. Pepsi approves of this. I'm waiting for the first movie that I'm not going to like. Because I don't want y'all to think that every movie I review on here, I'm going to give a thumbs up. But The Meg...
Did you know that a Viner was in The Meg?
That who? What? You were in the... Wait, what? I'm confused. What? Who? What? Hold up. Let me see what you said. Did you know that a Viner... Ah, true story, bro. True
Paige
story.
Kennedy was in The Meg.
Paige Kennedy. Is that the girl from Orange is the New Black? Short hair, a lot of tattoos. Very, very good looking. Because if that's who you're asking about, then yes, I did. Because I watched it and I noticed her too. And, oh my lord. She did a good job. Very good looking. All that good stuff. So, anyway, you guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Didn't want to go into too much detail. But when we do the comparison between this and Jaws, we will make absolutely sure to probably go more in depth with each scene and whatnot. Oh, hello, how are you? And hopefully you enjoyed this review. If you did, please leave a like. And if you're new to the channel, want to see more content like this, you know, we do Red Dead. We don't just do reviews. We do all kinds of stuff. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you can get a notification from when we go live. We stream videos almost every day and all kinds of gameplay from all kinds of games, so be sure to check that out. If you didn't like this video or any of our content, please leave a comment down below and let us know how we could get better. This, in 4 days, this channel will have been up about 2 months. And we've already got almost 60 subscribers. You've got almost 50 videos. We got series, we got all kinds of stuff going, and the support that this channel has had, and you know, has been really just incredible. We aren't even into the end of our second month, and we had someone donate towards Just Cause 4, and we haven't asked for any donations. So it's just incredible that people are enjoying the channel enough to want to see stuff on it and donate. We got, you know, so. Just a shout out to all you new subs and future subs and current subs. Thank you so much for the support. And we will see you next time when you're ready for another review and some more attitude. And remember, Pepsi then, Pepsi now, Pepsi forever. Peace.